All right, George. Well, hey, good evening.
What's going on?
Welcome to DTD Live Power Hour here, post-race, night number 137. I don't know. It's Super Dirt Week. Feels like night 12. But We're here. Got some qualifying action in here this afternoon. And we got an air horn. People are excited. Adam Buchanan alongside Mike Milet. Welcome back.
What's going on, everybody?
Super Dirt Week 51. Adam, feels like we just left.
Yeah, really, the weather is really throwing everybody off, too, because it was, like, warm and 90, and now it's, like, starting to get the breeze in, and Mother Nature playing games with us already.
Yeah, well, hey, who knows what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the week, and I don't care. At this point, it doesn't matter.
Right?
I'm
it
here.
Doesn't matter.
I'm in for the duration, so it doesn't matter. So all's good. All's good. So let's talk about a little about what happened today. We had qualifying for the big blocks, for the small blocks, for the sportsmen, for the pro stocks. We had heat races for the small blocks and the pro stocks. So we'll recap that for you here. And don't mind me. We're using a laptop tonight because, we can't get the printer to work. So
printer was down in the media center.
So let's talk since we'll talk big blocks here since we got a minute, and we'll talk qualifying action. Jimmy Phelps will start on the pole of the Billy Whitaker Cars 200 on Sunday, 21-8-10. Matt Williamson will start outside, also locking in Adam Pearson, Matt Shepard, Stuart Friesen, and Eric Rudolph. So that's your top 6 for big block time trials. In the dirt car 358 modifieds, Matt Williamson. So he'll be on the pole of the Salute to the Troops 150. Outside of him, Zach Payne. Then it'll be Eric Rudolph, Dalton Slack, Tim Sears, and Derek Webb, the top 6 there. Pro stocks, fast time went to Jay Casey over Brian Carter. So those 2 drivers will bring us to green here on Saturday. Luke Horning, Shane Playford capturing heat race wins here tonight. And then in the dirt car 358 modified heat race winners, Matt Williamson, Zachary Payne, and Eric Rudolph. So those 3 drivers will be joining us here in a little bit. But that's a quick recap of what we've seen so far. And, Adam, it is, we opened the show talking a little bit about weather, and we know what the predictions are. We know what could or could not happen. We don't know. But I can tell you this, the first 2 or 3 days that we've been here at Oswego, this is crazy. Crazy weather.
The fact that the track is getting faster really threw a curveball to absolutely everybody in qualifying. I think it was the most wide-open qualifying we've had at the Oswego Speedway since we've been here, because really it was unpredictable. Most of the time you see, you can kind of predict maybe the top 5 to 7 guys. It was wide open. I think Adam Pearson, although he's a shoe, being in the top 3 in the big block time trials was a bit of a shock. I also think Derek Webb in the 358s, I didn't have that on my bingo board for qualifying.
Oh, no, but, we've heard from drivers all day. If you've read the content on Dirt Track Digest today, there's more than I can keep up with, I got to be honest. And it's been posted. It's there. So if you get a chance, you need results, you need quotes, just go check it out. I mean, I can't tell you how much stuff we have on there right now. I think I posted 4,987 stories today, so it's been a long day.
Spell check has been working overtime.
Yeah. I mean, I've been going since – well, I got to sleep in since I'm staying here in Oswego, so I've been up since about 6:45. So it's been a long day. But a ton of stories, ton of stuff. But we've heard all day, like guys talking about the track itself and talking patchy rubber. Not rubber down, not where you can't move around, just patchy in different spots. And some guys found it, some guys didn't. And that, I think, was the difference maker today for qualifying, actually. Like I watched the 358s go out, and I thought the track was getting faster and faster. But then you saw Matt Williamson. Matt was early, and he was overall fast time. Guys that went later, a couple of them snuck in. But it was still really weird how the whole qualifying went.
And I think it's throwing the drivers for a curveball, really, because you don't know where to go. You're just hoping to hit the line just right to find yourself in the top 6. But, I mean, like I mentioned before, it was all over the place this afternoon. And it was weird because it was hot. It wasn't super rubbery. There were spots, like you mentioned, and there was a little bit of a breeze, too. So even though it was hot, there was still a little bit of a breeze going on there, too.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder if some of the drivers just happen to catch the breeze at the right time, too. I know a lot of the
what are we at, Daytona
drivers,
right now?
Well, a lot of the sportsman drivers in particular were talking about that.
Sportsman.
As well.
I didn't even mention sportsman.
Yeah.
Man, I suck. Sportsman. Nick Root. How about that? The youngster
that
starting
was
on the
shocker
pole.
Of the day.
Yeah, 22.819. Matt Janzik being second quick. No shock there. Mike Fowler. How about the nice recovery for that team? Blew a motor the other night. And Weed Sport.
He thought he was done for the week.
Yeah, he thought he was. Yeah, he posted on Facebook, done for the week. Yep. Went to Doneth Motorworks and got the job done.
Yep. His primary sponsor, and like I said, I went over there after I was done at Weed Sport, and he didn't say a word to me.
Yeah.
You could just see it all over his face.
Well, Adam, there's a lot of people that are going to ignore you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's typical. But just complete defeat.
Yeah.
And for him to stay up until 3 in the morning to get a power plant back in the car.
Just to run Brewerton.
Run Brewerton. And he did well there, too. I think he went 13th to 9th on a place he hasn't ran in 2 years. And then come here and sets third quick, I believe it was.
Yeah, third quick. And then it was Richard Murtaugh, fourth, who won on Weed Sport on Tuesday night, the makeup event. Jessica Power and Zach Buff. Those are our 6 sportsman drivers locked in. Adam, you mentioned we had some racing prior to today, too. You know, while we're recapping here, we can go back to Tuesday night, and we saw Eric Rudolph, one of the drivers that won one of the qualifying heats tonight, win the modified race. Richard Murtaugh wins a photo finish in the sportsman over there. And, hey, Larry White won a sprint car race.
Yeah.
I'm still a little bit of a sprint
car guy.
He
kicked off Super Dirt Week technically
with the first win.
Were the first
first feature was the Empire Super Sprints.
It was a good one.
So he got the win there. And then last night, Brewerton Speedway, what a race between Matt Williamson and J-Mac, Jordan McCready.
Yep.
You had a feel at the end of that. You wanted Jordan. You wanted Jordan to get the job done.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was staving him off, and just I couldn't believe it didn't happen as soon as it did. Because I tell you what, McCready would get a good run off at turn 2 every time, but Matt was right there. And every time Matt went to go throw that slider in 3 and 4, Jordan just happened to be there off of 4 and couldn't clear. And it was a heck of a run. It would have been a little more interesting if they hit traffic sooner, I think. But the way the yellows fell ended up being in Jordan's favor. And had a solid run at a place really where his dad built.
Yeah, and then in the sportsman, a guy that we haven't talked a lot about this week, which is kind of weird because he's a former winner here, Zach Sabatka. But Zach Sabatka back on the winning ways, getting the win last night in the Hurricane Harvey 30 for the sportsman.
So get this, Zach Sabatka wins the Brewerton Speedway Track Champion, and he didn't win a race all year. He was just so consistent, didn't pick up a win at all, and then gets the monkey off his back in the Hurricane Harvey 30. So what a way to kick off his week. And you're right, he's been a little quiet here for a driver that's got a win here at Oswego.
Yeah, I mean, Zach Sabatka is the use of guy that I'm seeing when you look at the names of guys winning races, especially in the sportsman division. He's the guy, right? And this year just probably hasn't been where he would want it to be.
And I think his focus has shifted a little bit. He does have a big block modified win.
He probably trained about 5 of those sportsman wins for another modified win. Yeah. So it's not so bad.
He's got one at Land of Legends this year, so guy is definitely a shoe.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So we've seen some great racing as we always do coming into this weekend or this week. What is it? I don't even know what day. Is it Thursday?
It is Thursday.
Okay, it's Thursday. See,
I know it's been accelerated a little bit.
Well, look, the Hurricane Harvey being on Wednesday messes me all up. I said to somebody at work the other day, I'm like, I'll see you tomorrow. And then the weekend, he's like, tomorrow's Thursday. I'm like, oh, crap. It's Brewerton. Yeah. Brewerton's on Wednesday. It's definitely messing me up.
It was definitely a great show.
Yeah. Listen, Adam, I don't need to know your affinity for the Brewerton
Speedway.
We know. You're the announcer there.
I honestly think Bruden's a crown jewel, and I get crap for that too.
So great to be here again. As you see us looking around, you see people are messing with us and making faces, and certain people are flipping us off, and because we got a lot of friends. And then you got Sasquatch over there. He's already into the Red Solo Cup, so God only knows what he's doing.
He's not crew chief.
Oh, he's 4 deep
this week.
Yeah, this is it.
Nope.
No sprint car crew chiefs this week. He's the Sasquatch, but he has another one of those. Everyone will see what everybody else from Knoxville sees on the video. You see him in his underwear walking around the camper. Sorry, nobody at home. You don't want to imagine that if you've never watched our blogs. That is not something that you want to see.
Unless you're into that kind of thing, then go for it.
I can tell you, I am not. And I stay with him every year.
Yeah, God bless you.
Now, one thing we want to let you know about, I got to find it here. And sorry, again, we're using the laptop for our news. There is going to be a change to the schedule. Yeah, so the Friday schedule. So we want to talk to you a little bit about that. So if you're planning on being here or if you're going to watch it on Dirt Vision, race time now moved up 1 o'clock. All right. We know weather's a factor. We've heard about it. And please, I'm going to say this, and people are going to do it to annoy me. Like, I work here in Oswego, and I've heard every day this week, Mal, it's going to rain this weekend. What are they going to do? I'm like, I don't know. What do I look like? I don't run it, okay? I'm just a guy that goes to the races and covers it. I'm not in charge of anything, all right? But, again, it's neat for me to hear people at work, students
ask you about
and
it.
Teachers and people from the community that care, which I think is one of the awesome things that we've said for a lot of years about being here at Oswego. They genuinely care. You walk downtown and you see all the Super Dirt Week flags hanging in town, which I think is awesome. And if you didn't get a chance, look back at our exclusive content. Bill Foley wrote a story about all the cool things to do in town here. Where to eat. Of course, Bill would know where to eat. Not that I'm judging Bill. Yeah, but he definitely hit all the hot spots here in Oswego. So if you're looking for something to do, place to eat, place to get a nice cold beverage, a lot of great places. So schedule tomorrow. Since I got all sidetracked, we started talking about food, and all I've had is our turkey sub today. 1 o'clock, we kick off with Dirt Car Sportsman qualifying heats. Then we come back with Super Dirt Car Series qualifiers, the Dirt Car Pro Stock Last Chance, Dirt Car 358 Mod Last Chance Showdowns, Dirt Car Sportsman Last Chance Showdowns, and then Super Dirt Car Series Last Chance Showdowns.
And you mentioned, the keyboard cowboys are going to be like, oh, what about the rain? What about the rain? I can tell you right now, there isn't a backup plan. They are steadfast on getting it in this weekend.
Right now, that's the goal. Now, look, you can only do what you can do, right? So we can...
And control Mother Nature.
Right, we can debate all day. We can whatever, but they're trying at this point. And I understand, going at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I saw some debate, people discussing it on Facebook, et cetera. And it's like, look, go at 8 in the morning. Well, you can't go 8 in the morning on Friday. Like, there's people, well, A, they got to work on the racetrack. That's one thing, okay? B, you have people that are getting here tomorrow. They bought tickets, for the weekend events, et cetera. They're coming in with their campers tomorrow because, like me and you, they got to work all week. Not everybody can take the whole week off.
I'm covering someone else's desks.
Yeah, right.
I'm
so,
working 2 times over tomorrow.
I mean, I think they're doing the best with a crappy situation.
Yeah.
Right? We know with forecast, but hey, I being in Oswego, forecast change, and it could change 50 times. Okay,
with the weather and the lake effect.
Yeah, I've taught here 17 years, and they've told me that it's going to snow 3 feet. I get up in the morning, plan on a snow day, and there's no snow day.
I'll tell you what, we're both working tomorrow, but we're going to be doing a whole lot of this.
I will not be. I will be very attentive at my job. For anyone in Oswego watching,
yep,
I swear I'll be attentive at my job. I will be. Hey, we got our first guy coming. GT finally got him. Don't worry, he's going right to the cooler.
Yep.
I stopped today because I knew after you set fast time, I'm like, yeah. Okay, now be prepared. There's a little echo, but you can hear us, all right? Now turn your mic on. All right, go ahead, talk.
I gave you a little look before you qualified with a beer in my hand,
you're there.
And I went, hey, and you were like, drink another one.
I can hear him, but I can't hear you.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that.
Probably a good thing.
I can turn you up. I don't know if you want to be, though.
Yeah, turn him up.
I can't turn him up. Just you.
That's all right.
Yeah, turn me up. I'm deaf.
All right. GT.
Most of you guys are.
Go around and turn up Matty. I think he's maybe 1 or 2 on there. I know he's not 4, so don't touch 4. So maybe turn up right here on this. Try 1.
It's definitely 1.
Keep going. Go louder for him. That louder?
Can you hear that?
That's
all right.
Go all the way. That's the best we got.
All right. Not a hot
You
door.
good? Well, let's talk about the day. I mean, it was okay. It's an average day.
Just a pole and a second. And a heat win.
I look at how close we were to having both poles, and that's like the thing that I'm going to focus on. I mean, Jimmy was what's that? 1/1000th or 14
Dude,
one time.
I teach social studies, not math. Don't be asking numbers questions, okay? And it's past 11, all right? Secondly, all right?
Nobody listening is going to correct us anyways.
You can't blink that fast.
Yeah.
How about that?
Right. And it would have been cool to do. I think we had a really good car that we probably could have done it. But Jimmy had a good lap, and he's always good at these big races. So we'll have our work cut out for us on Sunday.
No, I talked to you Saturday night after the Outlaw 200, and you were none too pleased with the event, with how good Matt Shepard was, and you said, we got work to do to catch Matt. Did you happy with, you think you found it, or is this just, hey, we're good today, but race day's a totally different deal?
100%. I was okay with second at the Outlaw. Matt ran a really good race.
Don't lie.
He was not happy with second. He's full of it.
I was more wound up that they wanted us to pull the intake off when we had to race Weedsport on Tuesday, but I don't have an engine shop at my disposal to put the intake back on. So that was more what I was wound up of. But Matt ran a really good race. He had a good car, and we didn't. We didn't have a great car. We lost brakes, and just one of them races, probably we were lucky to finish second. So we got a different car. The CW Racing 6, it's really good right now. And W16 under the hood. Funny story, the W16 that's in that car is actually the one that Matt won in 2018 with here. So
really?
We bought it off of Joe B.A., ran to that Maryville a few times until they kicked us out and said we cheated. And that's now we got it here.
I'm not getting in the middle of that. You guys
Yeah,
figure it out. Whatever you guys got to do. He's always got to bring controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Tuesday. What happened Tuesday?
At Weedsport?
Yeah, you just.
I hit everything other than the pace car. I hit the wall in 4, hit the wall in 2, hit the wall in 1. And just a racing deal, we were 3 wide off of turn 4, and I was the meat in the sandwich, and I think it broke a couple beadlock bolts off the left rear and gave me a flat tire.
And that was that. But then you rebound and make it 4 in a row, so that's 4 Hurricane Harveys in a row, 5 at the track because you won the big block race, the series race there. You should just come to Brewerton every Friday. I would love it.
I would love it too. As much as I complained about the tech after Fulton, to the owners of Brewerton, Fulton, same owners, they do have 2 great racetracks. You can't take that away from them. Fulton and Brewerton are 2 of the best racetracks in the Northeast. And
you say that again because I get a lot of shit.
No. It's a different debate. We're not going to have it. We haven't said that it's not. We are not saying they're not good racetracks. No, did those words ever come out of my mouth from the crowd? No.
I called Brewerton a crown jewel racetrack, and they don't like that.
I 100% will say that Brewerton is probably the best racetrack in the Northeast.
Again, I'm not saying it's not
and
a
maybe
good
North
racetrack.
America.
Did we just become best friends? I think we did, Matt.
I'm not having this debate. I'll
Yeah.
debate it later with other topics. But this one, you can all smile, and Maddie can back you
I will.
up. Just drink your beer.
What's better, though? That
No, well,
place
here's
is
my problem.
unbelievable.
Okay. Why are we debating? We're at Oswego. Let's talk about Oswego.
I want to talk about how we made the pass for the win.
Okay, well, let's get to that. Change the subject.
You were running off a 2, and it seemed like you were not good enough off a 2. And then you tried to slide him a couple times with 3 and 4, but he just happened to be there. What was finally the difference to get you the lead on Wednesday night?
There was actually a patch, like one lane off of the bottom in 3 and 4 that was really good. It kind of went away as the race went on, but so did the top. So I think if I caught that patch really good and Jordan missed the top, I would have got him cleanly and didn't have to slide him, and the race would have been great. Jordan's always raced me really good, and I didn't want to have to throw a slider and risk his race and mine for nothing when we still had 20 or so laps. So it was fun racing with him. He raced me clean, I raced he clean, and in the end we got her done.
So let's switch gears now, get back to Oswego. You know, we all know what everybody's on mind, what's going to happen this weekend. We don't know, right? What's your mindset? I mean, that's got to be a little tough on a driver to changing schedules. You're doing this, doing that, doing this. This is when we're doing this. Now, we got to move up. We're going to do this. How tough is that for you to make those adjustments and be prepared for whatever it might happen?
I think I'm more worried about the racetrack, changing drastically from where we're at today. That's kind of all I'm worried about. I think tomorrow's going to be a write-off, so I'll probably drink too many beers tonight. But I won't mind the sleep.
There you go.
We'll just see what happens. I did see one thing. I mean, they're grading the racetrack right now. I don't think that's a smart decision. I think if they left it sealed over, it would be probably the best decision for Dirt Week to happen in 2023. But Paul Kirkland's doing the racetrack, and he's way smarter than I am about racetracks. So maybe he's just doing the top. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, do you think it needs a little bit more on the top? I mean, today it's kind of middle, bottom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they need to water the top and get it so it's not, one, dusty, and two, so slippery that you can't run up there.
I don't know. Larry made it work, and he
did. He was good up there. I was watching that. That was impressive, but I don't know if you could do that for 150 laps.
Without burning a Hoosier or two.
Or hitting the wall.
That too.
Well, come on. Who leaves Oswego with at least a right rear dented quarter panel or a rear bumper or something dented on that side of the car?
Probably the winner.
Maybe. But I'd take that bet, though.
Yeah, I know we've gotten into a lap car when we've won here, dented the quarter panel, but for the most part, I don't think we were up high by that wall. And
yeah, you're not a wall guy here.
Not here, no.
No.
Not when it gets slippery and you can drive off the right front. I tend to kind of stick to the middle and the bottom.
Now, are you more of a drive it in straight kind of guy and keep it straight, or you like to let it dance a little bit?
Yeah, somebody told me one time I'm a right fronter, so I like to drive off the right front. But I certainly don't like the car to be out from underneath me, and I think that's why we run good on slippery racetracks. Fulton here. I've yet to figure Canandaigua out. That's a slippery racetrack that we're going to attempt to try and conquer next year.
Your nemesis.
My nemesis.
Yeah. Sunday, different strategy this year. No radios, no quick fills. So you have to take fuel, 75, 125. For you, how much does that change game planning for the 200?
I really don't like the fact that I got to make the decisions. As a driver, I think that having a radio in your ear and letting smarter people, way smarter than I am, make the decisions. But last year on the radio, I came on and said, take fuel only, and we'll win this race, beat everybody off pit road. And then the rubber went away, and it was 4 or 5 wide racing, and I was struggling to stay in the lead lap. So obviously I'm not that smart when we have radios either.
Do you think they'll just do what they feel is right and leave you right out of it?
I think we just need to have a big sign that says pit, don't pit. So we'll see.
It's the Indy 500 from 1956. Guys out there with chalkboards.
That's right. We'd be good with that.
That's only 4.
3 different kinds. 2 Busch Lights, a Labatt's Blue, and a Miller Lite.
Miller Lite's not bad, right?
Beer's really good, so I don't care what.
If it's cold, you don't care what it is.
100%.
Yeah.
Winners like to drink beer.
Just like to drink beer.
Yeah.
And like we said, it's probably going to rain all day tomorrow, so we'll get over.
Don't plan. Tonight. You know what? The last time I planned on that in Oswego, like it's going to rain all day or snow all day here. I was talking about before he got over here. I woke up and I had school. I was so mad because I'm like, I stayed up till like 2 in the morning watching football. Didn't give a crap about anything. Alarm goes off. I'm like, uh-oh, I did not get a phone call at 5 a.m. That is a problem.
Well, maybe the fans will thank me for getting drunk tonight so that we can actually race tomorrow and it won't rain.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's hope. Well, buddy, we'll let you get back to
thanks for having me on,
have
guys.
some
Anytime.
adult beverages. Well, you're like the one guy that's on here every time, every year.
I like it. It's always because I run good. We were talking about it, me and GT. If I complain about coming here, just punch me right in the face.
Thanks, buddy. So there he goes.
Yep.
Matt Williamson.
I think we got Zach Payne in the house as well.
All right,
He's been
come on in,
waiting a
Zach.
hot minute, so I appreciate him for sticking around and waiting for us.
So I warned Matt, too. It's a little weird echo when you're talking. It's like you're at Yankee Stadium.
For a
Just hit your microphone. The blue box. Yep, push it down. And now you can talk.
All right.
And don't be afraid of it. Get right up there.
All right.
Zach, let's talk about your day. How awesome is this? Locked in, good to go. Nothing to worry about until Saturday.
Yeah, our car was really good. This new small block car we brought out has been really good ever since we built it, and anything we do just makes it faster and faster. Tonight, it was a dream to even time in the top 15 and to even win in the heat races. So, I can't complain. We've had a really good weekend so far.
For someone who doesn't normally drive a small block, to jump in and immediately, boom, have this kind of success, it's got to be a confidence booster.
Definitely. I think some of the big block stuff we can use from the small block experience and hopefully better our big block program. But just the two cars are totally different. And, the small block is just a lot slower, and you're going to know what to do every lap. So versus a big block where it takes me 3 laps to know what's going to happen.
And you've had a pretty good week with a small block. You've been competitive, been running well. You ran decent at the Outlaw 200. I mean, again, locked yourself into that. So, I mean, how much did that weekend, having the good weekend that you had, give you confidence coming in here to Oswego?
It definitely did. Anytime you run good around all these guys like Matty and Larry and all of them, they're hard to beat wherever you go. And, to run against them, run with them is definitely a booster for this race. But so far, I can't complain with the results we've had.
What's your dad think of all this?
He's jacked up.
I can tell.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's what it's about, though, right?
It's just crazy. I don't know if it's really set in yet. It might tomorrow, it might next week, next month. I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm told right now and doing my best at it.
Well, you're doing
what you're told.
Job.
So what have you been told?
Whatever happens, I'm always doing my best, and we'll work on the car if it's off a little or my driving line, and then we'll just go from there.
Yeah. What expectations now? Now that you did what you did, what are you thinking now?
To stay up front and then make some smart decisions in lap traffic and all the way through the race, and then hopefully be there for maybe a top 10 at the end of the race, and go home and celebrate and make notes for next year.
Is it, this year, any of the notes, anything you've done in the past year, does that matter, or is that just
no?
We're all different?
Yeah, I got a completely different setup in the car, so it's been fast, so I'm not complaining. We haven't done much all weekend, but change a little stagger and tighten the car up or freeing the car up at all. I don't know, and it's been good.
That's always a good feeling. Comes off the trailer relatively fast.
No wide swings.
Right.
Definitely
Yeah.
helps.
No, we didn't have to. So we just got to work on our big block program right now, and the small block is rolling really good. So it's nice to have one car dialed in, so that you can focus on one that you're struggling.
What do you think you're missing there?
I had a good time trial lap. But going into 3, I missed my line a little bit, and I think it cost me a couple tenths, which I think puts me in the top 15, which would have been a better starting spot in the heat races, and, then make the race a little bit easier.
How thin is that margin from hitting your line to missing it?
Yeah, it's very thin versus the small block. But we're getting it. We're working on it and building our notebook for next year.
Any folks you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, my dad, my mom, my sister, my girlfriend, my sponsors. I got Dig Race Products.
Hey, Dig's a good one to thank because we need to thank them too because they came on board to be our presenting sponsor here, Power Hour and DTD Live from Super Dirt Week.
I got Kevlar, Bicknell Racing Products. All the product sponsors, Honeywell Auto Parts, they all make it happen, and then it just comes down to me and driving the car well.
Well, you're doing a hell of a job so far.
One last question. As a writer, Z-A-C-H or Z-A-C-K?
C-H.
C-H, all right. I will never make that mistake again. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you, Zach.
Thank you.
There he is, Zach Payne,
Zach.
winning one of our qualifying events here tonight for the Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. And where'd he go?
He was here.
I just saw Rudolph. Where'd he go? He's wandering. Did you get him a beverage? He didn't want one.
He had finished one.
Oh. You're up. Is it past your bedtime?
I don't know. Parking in Victory Lane on Tuesday, he was pretty happy about it.
Yeah. We're fancy here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Little
and put
bit
it.
of an
Don't be
echo.
afraid of it. There you go.
There you go.
Well, let's talk about your week. Started off pretty good, and it stayed good.
Yeah, absolutely. We started Tuesday, and we got a win. And then from there, it seems like it's been here a long time, it seems. But things been going pretty good. The small blocks, we locked into both races with the small block, and then the big blocks locked in as well. I think we got 6 in the big block, which is just barely getting locked in. But we're happy about that, and we're looking forward to features.
By a mile or by a whisker, you're locked in. Doesn't matter.
That's right, baby.
That's right. How much stress is
pressure
off?
did that take off you,
Yeah.
knowing that you're locked in?
Quite a bit. Silly things can happen in qualifiers. Heat races, qualifiers, silly things can happen. You try to put yourself a step ahead whenever you can.
What did you do tonight? Did you use this as a test session? Try to figure things out with a small block? Or did you just want to win it and make the money?
It was more one of those things, all practice. We were going out for 2 laps at a time, and then time trials with 2 laps at a time. So this was the first time that we ran any more than a couple laps. So we didn't really do much. We were just more curious to see what it was going to do in a longer run.
What'd you learn?
I didn't really learn much anything.
At least he's honest.
Well, I mean, we'll have to look at the tape. 20 laps, and then there's a big difference between 20 and 150.
Yeah, absolutely. You've had kind of a love-hate relationship with this place. In practice a few years back, you had a wild ride.
Yeah, that's right.
Some mechanical woes on your car in years past. What do you think of this place, knowing that you have some momentum coming into this weekend?
Like I said, we're doing the right things. We're locked into both events. We've had some solid runs. I think we got a couple runner-ups. Definitely had some unfortunate things happen. I think one time we ran out of gas. I think we crashed out one time. And, but things are going really good for us right now. Really comfortable in both cars. Got 150 laps Saturday and then 200 Sunday.
What do you think of the new strategy? Not having quick fills and all that for Sunday. Does that take pressure off for you, or did you like having the radios and being able to kind of plan things out?
I didn't like the radios. It was just another thing we had to pack, charge the batteries, and then even the quick fill, just had to install quick fill. And then when you got here, you had to take it apart so they could look at it. So definitely made it a lot easier preparing. I don't like talking on the radio, so I like it.
Well, Matt, you don't like. Well, yeah. Well, you probably don't like talking on this either, though.
No, I don't like it. I can hear like an echo as I'm talking.
The echo's weird. I know. We'll work on the audio.
I feel like I'm stumbling talking because I'm hearing myself talking.
If you do that, it'll help you a little bit. You won't hear it as much.
Okay.
It takes a bit to get used to, but we appreciate you coming over, and we look forward to having you the rest of the weekend here, and hopefully you run well and you can get to come back and we'll chat with you again.
Yeah, that'd be great. If we're back on here, that means we're doing something, so hopefully we see you again.
All right.
Well, hey, man. Any sponsors you want to thank before we let you go?
I'd like to thank all of them, from the smallest one to the biggest one in the car. We've been doing a lot of racing. Things are starting to get a little tight because, end of the season. But we're going to be able to do what we want to do here, and looking forward to everything else.
Well, man.
What's more tired, the equipment or the driver?
Today, or just in general?
In general.
I think our equipment's pretty fresh yet. I think we got a motor or two to rebuild over the winter, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. July and August are always really tough. I'm sure it's tough on anyone, but now that we're just racing a couple times a week, it's a little bit of chance to regroup and get freshened up.
All right, brother. Well, hey, go get some sleep. Nice job today, man.
All right,
thanks for coming on. So there he is. We'll let him go. Eric Rudolph.
Eric Rudolph.
That'll give us our qualifying event winners here tonight. You're good. You're good, brother. Good. And look, he was wearing the race sweatshirt too. Little Dig Race Products. So again, we want to thank Dig Race Products for all they're doing for us this week. We really appreciate them coming on board. Big help to us being able to produce these events and have these events this year. And, looking for us, upcoming schedule, again, we hope to do something tomorrow night after the races. Originally we had a pre and a post, but being so early.
We'll both be at work.
Yeah, but there real jobs get in the way. But then we hope to have something tomorrow, as long as all things play out. And then regardless of weather, I don't know, but we hope to be back again on Saturday at some point, and hopefully again on Sunday. But stay tuned to our Facebook page. We'll be able to kind of let you know when we're going to be on and what we're going to be doing and times and things like that. And we want to thank friends at Dirt Car for assisting with everything today, obviously helping us get the three drivers that we got here today. But what a great start for me. I mean, I was here a little bit yesterday, but not very long because we went to Brewerton. But nice to be back here to Oswego. Look forward to the week, and look forward to hopefully things playing out smoothly and not being too far.
As the racetrack was tonight.
Yeah, and not being disrupted by various things. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to jinx it. But Adam, final thoughts?
It's been fun. I hope we get to have some more fun this weekend. That's where I'll leave it.
Well, considering your wife's mad at you, hopefully we have fun too. So
not mad. So I go to walk out the door, right? And she goes, "You better take me to a real nice dinner after this weekend's over." And I said, "I think I can do that."
Well, you got out of apple picking, so I mean,
got come on. And now I got a 9-month-old who is more like a 1-year-old and is ready to walk any day now.
Yeah. So, well, you got a lot to deal with, but hey, appreciate having you back. And we'll be back all weekend. We'll have some fun. We'll have a lot of different people. And again, no matter what happens, we'll have something. We're going to do something. Here. We're going to have some fun. We're here. What the heck else am I going to do? Well, the other options are not good for me, so this is the best option.
Not good for your liver.
Yeah, right. So, again, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for stopping with us. For Adam Buchanan, I'm Mike Mellett. Big shout-out again to our friends at Dig Race Products. Thanks for being on board, and thanks for watching tonight here for our first night live from Super Dirt Week 51 here at the Oswego Speedway.